Hello all and welcome to another pickups video, and it's a pickups video which comes with a very special thank you at the end of it. But before that special thank you, I do have a handful of games to show you. They've all come from one visit to a local CEX of mine, and that was because I can never pass a CEX without pot going in there, and hadn't been in there for a while, so I wanted to check out the stock that perhaps rotated, some new stock that had gone in there. And when I went in there, I walked over to one particular shelf, and a game that I've been after for a very long time had finally turned up. It's not an Xbox 360 game, but we did also pick up 4 Xbox 360 games at the same time because I had a £25.30 voucher burning a hole in my back pocket, and I wanted to use it to pick up that one game. So why not? Why not grab some more Xbox 360 games for that collection? That is obviously the set that I'm trying to complete. So we picked up 4 360 games as well, and we are going to start with those first before I show you the game that I've been waiting to turn up for ages. Though the first 360 game it's Blitz the League for only £3. Now the Blitz the League games, they don't really turn up that often, so when I saw this sitting on the shelf, it was actually the first game that I saw and grabbed straight away, and I thought, right, I'm having that. Don't see that around very often, so yes, grab that one straight away. Now this is the cheaper of the two at only £3. Blitz the League 2 is actually a £22 game in CX. It does command that price, does hold it as well, so still need that one, so hopefully that will turn up in CX one day when I have a voucher, so I'm not actually spending £22 for it. But anyway, this one was £3. It features on the front there, look, Bill Romanowski and Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor, of course, famously featured in the main event of WrestleMania 11, in which he did actually defeat Bam Bam Bigelow. Not the greatest WrestleMania at all, one of the worst ones, but he does hold a main event WrestleMania victory on his CV. Now, it's that CEX that does have the manuals in the boxes before you take them to the counter, so you're able to find out pre-purchase if they have them in there, and it did. It does unfortunately look like it's been attacked by game, and poor old Bill there has been the victim, covering up one of his eyes. Perhaps he's trying to do a par impression, I don't know. But as I said, I don't care about stickers on manuals. I just like the manuals to be in there, and it is. And as I say, it doesn't turn up very often, so very pleased to have nabbed Blitz the League for only £3 off my voucher. Okay, next up, sticking with sports a little bit, but not so common, not generic sports titles. I think there's only 3 snooker games on the 360, and this is the middle priced one of the 3. But anyway, we have WSC, which stands for World Snooker Championship, Real 11, and it's got Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan there on the front in 3 different poses there. Obviously, he's the man to sell this game for them. This was only £6, and of course, like I said, always going to have the manual in it before you take it to the counter. It did. Also been attacked by a game, but not as bad this one. A much smaller sticker. But the manual's in there. Very pleased with that. And I thought, you know what, the snooker games, there's only 3 of them. They're less generic, you know. They don't turn up as much. Don't see them in charity shops as much and things like that. So why not nab it for £6 worth of my voucher? So that's what I did. Right, next up, third of the 4 360 games, we've got the Commander Edition, which kind of made me really go for buying XCOM Enemy Within this time around. Again, priced up at £6 as well. I've got the other XCOM game, which I think is Bureau Declassified. I think that's right. And of course, this one comes with a nice, clean, crisp manual, correct manual as well, because it's again got a Commander Edition on it, and it's mint as hell. It really is. There's not been attacked by a game or anything like that. A nice, clean, crisp copy of the game. So very pleased with that. As I say, seeing it was the Commander Edition and had a clean, crisp manual in it as well, really did tip me over the edge into finally plumping for getting this game as well. And only £6. That's a fair price for it as well. Last of the 360 games I grabbed, AC/DC Live Rock Band. Again, this one also £6. Now, I must admit, I do really enjoy, even though I'm not very good at them, do really enjoy playing the Rock Band games and the Guitar Hero games. And this being one of the 2 Rock Band games that I'm missing, that's not excluding any of the song packs. This being one of the 2 that I was missing, had to grab it. Again, I don't really see it that often, certainly in my local CX. It's the first time I can remember seeing it, so I grabbed it. But yes, also nice and complete with manual as well. And again, this one's not been attacked by game, and it's in really great condition as well. I think the Rock Band games, this just leaves me needing Rock Band 3, which unfortunately I think is the priciest of the lot. I do have Beatles, I do have Green Day, I do have Rock Band 1 and 2. I don't have any of the song packs, but I'm not counting them as an out-and-out game, but I do need them for the set, so I will be picking them up at some point. But anyway, AC/DC Live Rock Band, £6. Really happy to have it. And on to the game that I saw on the shelf that I've been after for a while. Finally, it turned up. Some people may already be knowing which one of 2 games it is because I'm always mentioning it in videos and I'm waiting for it to turn up. And I'm always looking at the PlayStation 2 T section, hoping that it would turn up. And then I saw it. I saw it sitting on the shelf, and I saw it sitting on the shelf with the black label because Tekken 4 has turned up before, but with the Platinum edition, and obviously having the silver side. So when I saw a black label Tekken 4 sitting, I was like, oh yes, finally you're there. £5. You're finally there. Please have a manual. Please have a manual, because then that would be a bit of devastation if you didn't, because I would have to leave you behind. But anyway, we opened it up. We checked it. Manual was in there as well. And I was like, yoink, I'm having that. And this is what led to me spending up my entire voucher that I had sitting in my pocket. A £25.30 voucher gone. Had to add 70p of my own money because it come to £26 for the whole lot. So yep, really pleased to finally have this, and I'll be playing this very, very soon. So Tekken 5, it's down to you. I've not even seen any version of Tekken 5 turn up in a CEX, you know. It's just a running thing with me. People have very kindly said to me, you know, I've got a copy available. Do you want to trade? Do you want to do a deal or something? And I said, look, this is just one of those running things in my videos. I just want it to turn up naturally in a CEX. So hopefully Tekken 5, you're out there somewhere in CX stores that I'm visiting, and hopefully I'll go in there one day and you'll be sitting there on the shelf, and I can add you to my collection of PS2 fighters and compilations, which is all I collect for the PS2. That's why I wanted it to have the black label, so it looks, you know, nice and neat sitting alongside all the other fighting games and the compilations that I've collected for the PlayStation 2. So yes, over the moon to have this. Going to be whacking this in as soon as I finish this video. I think I'll be giving this a good play. Right, it's time for the special thank you. It's time for the special thank you. And what I'm going to bring into view now, not a pickup, because this is my childhood Game Gear, but I call it a pickup as such because this is my childhood Game Gear. And if you're hearing childhood Game Gear, you think, right, you've had that a very, very long time. It probably doesn't work now. The caps have gone like they always do in Game Gears. The caps had gone in this. There was no audio. The screen turned on, but you couldn't really see it. Well, in fact, you couldn't see it. You couldn't really play it. But I always wanted to keep it, obviously, because it's my childhood Game Gear. I always wanted to keep it as it was and just have it as a side piece. But if it's got leaky caps, I was advised, again, by my good friend who repaired this. There we go. This is why it's a special thank you. And my good friend that repaired this is Mr. Kevin Wolford 123. So he told me, he said, look, you've got to get that fixed, because the caps will just leak more and more and more, and they'll just ruin it to the point of it won't even be worth having as a side piece, you know. So, you know, I spoke to Kevin. I speak to him a lot on Xbox Live. We talk about all sorts of stuff. We talk about games and anything and everything. You know, I'm always talking about Street Fighter 2 and Gears of War. He's always talking about Garou, Mark of the Wolves, and Kingdom of Hearts. So we talk a lot, and I knew he was modding a Game Gear, a video which he's released very recently about the final results of that. I knew he was modding a Game Gear, and I mentioned my Game Gear and how it didn't work, and he said to me, if you want to send it to us, I'll happily repair it for you. So he said, yep, send it to us. Here's the caps. Order those. Send them to us as well, and I'll repair it for you. And that's exactly what he's done. And it's like having an old friend back. It works perfectly, mate. You've done an absolute bang-up job of this. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be more grateful. It really is like, I was going to say, it's having an old friend back. And I've been hammering it hard the last 3 or 4 days. I've been playing Fantasy Zone on it, and honestly, I'm going to get stuck for words here. I'm so humbled that you've repaired this for me. I really am. And my childhood Game Gear is working again. Like I said, again, I'm going to say again, it's like having an old friend back. But that wasn't all that was in the box. That wasn't all that was in the box. He did also send me through the copy of Sonic 2, which he was testing it with. And look, it's got the very rare Kevin Wolford signature on it. And I'm going to cherish this for as long as I live, mate. It's going to go on display proudly somewhere. In fact, it's going to go here. It's going to go here. There we go. Look at that. So yeah, really, that was a very kind gesture as well to send that through. I do have Sonic 2, but I don't have a Sonic 2 like that. Well pleased with that. Thank you so much, mate. But that wasn't all that was in the box. That wasn't all that was in the box. There was also this in the box. Rabbids Alive and Kicking for the Kinect for the Xbox 360. Now, in my last pickups video, I did actually pick this up. But I did say in it, I saw them putting the wrong disc in it. I saw them putting the Classics disc in it, and I thought, you know what, it's not an expensive game. I don't care. I'm just going to take it, add it to the collection, and worry about sorting that out at a later date, perhaps when I have the set complete. But Kev watched that video. Kev does watch some of my videos. Well, Kev watches all my videos because he's a legend. And he picks up on that and said that he picked it up recently. I didn't expect him to send it to me in the box and basically make it complete and proper. So we've got the proper disc in there. It's not a classics disc. We've got a manual in there. So now I can swap mine out, which I've only just about put in the wall, and put a proper, complete version of this game as it was. So that was an extra added amazing gesture from you, Kev. Thank you very much, mate. Super appreciative of it. But massively humbled that you've gone to all that effort and used all your skills in repairing this for just the price of the cap kit and some postage. That mate, I keep joking as you're joking and calling you a legend, but to me you are. That is a legendary thing that you've done there for me. If for some reason you don't know Kevin Wolfer123, the channel that is, I will leave a link to his channel in the description and a link to the modding video that he's done on the Game Gear as well, where he's put in a screen update and a audio board update as well. I think I've got that right. I hope I've got that right, mate. Stuff that he did offer to do for me as well, but I said I wanted it to be left as sort of pure as possible, so please just change the cap so that we can preserve this and have a childhood Game Gear living for as long as hopefully I live as well. So there's the special thank you. Honestly, again, Kev, can't thank you enough, mate. Legendary. So thank you very much to everybody for watching. If you haven't enjoyed this video, please leave a like. That would be awesome. And also, please consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. That would be awesome as well. But finally, I think this just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Mr. Wolford. And as always, please do, everybody, take care.